If you want realistic, believable fabric in Blender without using a preset texture, then you need to try out this super simple setup. First, create a new material and grab a magic texture. This texture is going to be used in conjunction with a displacement node to create the look and feel of fabric. So, place down a displacement node, plug in the magic texture to the height and the displacement to the material output. Now for this effect to work, we need to do three things. We need more geometry, we need adaptive subdivision, and we need to scale the magic texture. So let's jump into edit mode and crank the subdivisions up to about 25. Next, let's come through to the render properties, and under the cycles render engine, set that to be experimental. With that enabled, we can now come through to the modifier tab to add a subdivision surface, and down here we can now apply adaptive subdivision. This will make the subdivision work harder in the places that need it the most. Now let's scale up the magic texture to something massive like 200, and the most important part of this setup is to enable the displacement in the settings of the material. So come through to the material properties, and down the bottom in the settings tab, change displacement to displacement and bump. From here we can scale the displacement way down to something like 0.05, but it still looks a little bit weird. That's because we need to use the UV unwrap of the object. Click on your magic texture, press Ctrl T with Node Wrangler enabled, and change the vector from generated to UV. Awesome. Now let's add in some color. Grab a color ramp, plug the magic texture into the factor and the color ramp into the base color, set it to constant, and choose a color scheme you enjoy. I went with red and white. Also, plug the color into the subsurface color and add just a tiny bit of subsurface to it. This will make your fabric look warm and soft. The last settings we want to change is the roughness and the sheen. Let's crank both of these sliders up to 1. Alright, you're basically finished, but it doesn't really look like fabric. Let's add some thickness to this using a solidify modifier set to 0.05, and now we can run through a quick cloth simulation. First, add in a sphere as a collision object, then add cloth physics to your fabric. Turn on self-collision and bake your scene to a cache. Amazing, you now have fabric, but it's missing one key element, which is fuzz. Adding fuzz will make your material so much more realistic, and it's so easy. Watch this. With your fabric selected, click on the particle properties and create a new particle system. Switch this from emitter to hair. We only need to change a few settings. First is the number. Crank that to 100,000 and turn the hair length down to 0.1. We now need access to the physics, so click the advanced checkbox here and open the physics tab. Underneath forces, we want to give the Brownian a value of 0.1. Amazing, we now have a bunch of fuzz on our object, but it's not the right color. We need to come through to the render dropdown and create a new material for the hair or the fuzz to reference. So let's come back to the shader editor, and we're going to make this simple material. First, add another slot to your fabric, and we're going to choose the same fabric material and copy the settings. Make sure to make this its own instance by clicking the little 2 icon here, and now let's set up the fuzz shader. First, delete the principled BSDF and the displacement node, and now let's add in a principled hair shader and plug the color ramp into the base color, and all the other settings can remain as is. All we have to do now is apply this new material. So come back through to the particle tab and switch this to the material that we just created. Hit that render button and you should now have some amazing fabric. Now, if you liked this video, you'll definitely love this playlist that breaks down loads more procedural materials. Thanks for watching.